Hello, everyone. Again, this is Kevin Krieg with Intelinair, and thanks for tuning in here and hearing what Bob Ryan has to share with us about Ag MRI and NVision. So as we know, as we look across the countryside right now, planting is wrapping up in a lot of areas, and I know it's maybe in a little bit above the 5-year average, which is unique. And so with us again today is Bob Ryan from NVision Ag. And Bob, you've been out with our territory managers the last week or so, visiting with some customers and others out there. What are you hearing from them as you travel?
Well, basically, Kevin, I've been from West Central Illinois to East Central Illinois to Northwest Indiana to Central Indiana last week with 4 of your reps. And pretty much it's universal. Farmers and retailers that we've visited with know that the precipitation totals are anywhere from 130% to 160% of their 10-year average. They know they've lost nitrogen. They don't know how much. And that's top of mind for everybody, growers and retailers alike.
Yeah, that's interesting. So I know in some areas they've talked about this being potentially the wettest May we've had on record. So there's been a lot of delay in planting and a lot of nitrogen that is maybe not available now. When have you seen this happen in the past? I mean, is this similar to any other years you've experienced?
It's very similar to 2010 and 11 and somewhat similar to 2018 for me in a small area of my trade. Late May and early June rain tends to be a big culprit for nitrogen loss because pretty much all of the pre-plant nitrogen that a farmer has applied to his fields is now in the nitrate form. And every time water runs through the field, it takes some nitrogen with it.
Yep. And we know that nitrogen has a big impact on the yield, so it's really important. So when we talk about solutions for farmers and ag retailers, we have the Ag MRI with NVision. Can you tell us a little bit about how does that work and how does that help the farmers manage the nitrogen that they need to be able to hit those yield goals?
Well, so our NVision algorithm works like a chlorophyll meter, and most people in the industry that have studied nitrogen will agree that that's one of the most accurate tools for measuring nitrogen in a plant. And so when we're doing it with reflectance data through the Ag MRI platform, what we really have to guarantee ourselves is that we have a good stand of weed-free corn. If we can guarantee ourselves that, and we take a picture showing nitrogen loss on full canopied corn, I'm confident in telling you that it's nitrogen or drainage. So the two tools work together very well. Your previous flights guarantee your customers that they have a good stand of weed-free corn. And then that narrows down my imagery to where I can pinpoint nitrogen problems.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, I mean, yeah, being able to cover that field from the beginning with the measuring the emergence across the entire field, looking and seeing if there's any weeds in the field that all lead into then the nitrogen decision that can be made and whether more is needed. So like on a year like this, when more nitrogen is needed, what can farmers and ag retailers do about that to help them out?
Well, I think it depends on the tools that you have at your disposal. We met with one retailer that had ground rigs set up, high clearance with spinner boxes that could top dress urea. We met with a farmer that had a Y drop system that could go across big corn. And of course, I kind of cut my teeth flying aerial urea late across big corn for guys that didn't have the ability to do nitrogen any other way.
Yeah, so bottom line, there's lots of ways to be able to put it on there as long as the weather cooperates as well. So that's a good way to be able to maximize your yield, no doubt. So all right, well, hey, Bob, thanks a lot for that. Appreciate the insights and the comments, and appreciate you out there with our territory managers as well. For those of you listening in, if you want to take advantage of the NVision Ag solution with Ag MRI, please reach out to us, to one of our territory managers, myself, or Bob, even whoever it is, to be able to find out more. And we can still get you signed up and get your fields covered this year. And as always, please follow us on our different social media channels on Intelinair and learn more about how our solutions can help you in every different year, and especially years like this when it's wet and nitrogen may be going away from you. So with that, thanks again, Bob. Appreciate the attention from everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin.